Hi guys, what's up? In this video I thought I would just give my sort of brief thoughts on the Black Ops 6 beta, seeing as I've played both weekends. I haven't pre-ordered the game yet, I haven't bought the game yet, but I managed to get a code to play the first weekend, and obviously spent a bit of time playing this weekend as well. And mixed thoughts, I think. First thing you will notice straight away is I'm bad. I'm pretty bad at the game. I don't agree and I don't like the changes they've made in regards to the movement. Everything they've done seems to be speeding up the game to a ridiculous point where it no longer resembles Call of Duty. It's like yet another generic movement shooter, which isn't a direction I agree with. I know it's a direction that likes of big streamers and YouTubers they agree with, people who have all day every day to sit and play the game and refine their strategies, people who don't have jobs to have to go to. So obviously it works for them, doesn't work for someone like me. I can't play the game all day. I can't learn the movement like that, and I don't want to either. I just want to come home and relax. And you can't really do that because the game's biggest issue is skill-based matchmaking, which I'm blue in the face, sick to death of talking about, but it is an issue. You shouldn't have to come home and play a game like this and expect to try your absolute hardest every single game just to go barely above a 1 KD and not really enjoy yourself. So what happens is, you'll have a couple of games where you're just getting destroyed by players that are clearly way above you. The game then goes, alright, we'll give you one easy game. You do alright, you think, okay, no, maybe I can stick this out, and then you get another 3 or 4 games where you're just getting smashed, and that isn't fun. A lot of people have been saying in regards to some of the issues it's had that, oh, it's just a beta, this will change. The beta is the finished game, barring minuscule changes. It was the same with every other COD and every other previous year. The beta is what you will get at launch, barring tiny changes. They've worked on it for 4 years, they're not going to be making massive changes in the couple of weeks between this beta and the finished game. It feels alright to play, it does feel fairly smooth. One thing I don't like is the gunplay feels a lot less, maybe not a lot less, but it feels less controllable than the previous year's games did. Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. It felt that you could control your gun really well, whereas this it feels a bit more floaty and a bit less accurate. You don't really have as much control with your recoil. Maybe that'll come later, obviously. I've only played a couple of hours of it, whereas I've played hundreds of hours in the previous game, so that could be the case. I know I've touched on this, I don't like the Omni movement at all. I think it's taking COD into a direction I don't agree with, but I think a tiny percentage of the population do like it, but they're the loudest, and there's a lot of us who don't like it, but we don't have a platform to say that, so it gets put out there, or it doesn't get put out there, and they just put in all this movement stuff which I don't like. The maps that we've had have been pretty poor. I think I forget the name of it, the one that's on top of a skyscraper is alright. The one that's in the gameplay, Babylon, it can be okay. The other maps are pretty poor. One thing I have noticed is they're all very, very small. If that's the case with all the multiplayer maps, it means that they're just trying to make the game faster and faster, which some people like, some people don't. I think you need a balance of maps that are bigger that allows you to maybe take a more slow, methodical playstyle, try out different weapons, because if you've played the beta, you'll know if you're not running an SMG with the fastest perks, you're not going to do well. There's no balance at all, and you can't really run anything else unless you're in a super easy lobby or you're a super cracked player, which I'm obviously not. There's been a plethora of cheaters, even with crossplay turned off. This is something that Call of Duty has suffered with a lot now, and they still haven't got to grips with it. Clearly the anti-cheat system they use isn't very good, because the game's rife with cheaters on console as well as PC. It's not just a PC exclusive problem. You can turn crossplay off and you'll watch kill cams and you'll see people that are clearly cheating, whether it's an aimbot, whether it's walls. It's kind of shocking given how massive a company Activision is and how much money they've got at their disposal. If they genuinely wanted to, they could fix this problem overnight, but because greed and profit is what consumes Activision, they'll never take any serious steps about it. I don't like the way that we've gone, the way that Treyarch have introduced 50 plus weapon levels again. To me that's the wrong decision. I think Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 got it right by only having maximum of, say, every weapon was different, but the average was say 20, 21, some weapons would have 30. To me that's enough. Every weapon shouldn't have 50 plus weapon levels. That's just artificially increasing the grind to make it longer for player retention. I have heard from somewhere, I don't know if it's true, that in regards to camo challenges, you can unlock them all at the same time. You don't need to wait until you hit a certain weapon level to do a challenge. If that is the case, that's a good change. There's nothing worse than having to sit and grind out weapon levels to do a challenge that you have been doing all along, but because you haven't been at the right weapon level, it's not been tracking. That's silly. If they have addressed that, that's a good decision. And I'm hoping that the camo challenges, obviously it's not going to be easy, because then it wouldn't be worth going for if everyone can get it without thinking, but it shouldn't be extremely tedious either. There was a lot of challenges in the Modern Warfare 3 for Interstellar. They took a different approach. They made a lot of these really specific challenges. Some of them were alright, some of them were terrible. Some of them were an absolute nightmare to try and get. Things like wall bangs, kills, killing players affected by tacticals. Those kind of challenges can't return because they're just awful. Make it simple, make it kills, make it headshots, things like that. Double kills, maybe a push bloodthirsty, but then again with skill-based matchmaking, it makes any challenges in regards to long kill streaks very difficult. But I would rather that than some of the stupid challenges we got this year. Although I've still not made my mind up yet, I probably will get the game purely because I like zombies. That's the main reason I got Modern Warfare 3. It's the reason why, once I got Interstellar, I did not touch multiplayer after it. I was going to say I don't like multiplayer. I do. I like it when it's fair and it's balanced. But with these algorithms in place, it's never that. You've got to absolutely try incredibly hard to get anywhere, which isn't right. You should be able to relax and have fun and have a decent time. So when I get the game, I probably will go hard on, I think it's Dark Matter, get that, and then I won't touch multiplayer again. I won't touch Warzone. I hate Warzone, I hate Battle Royales. To me they're so boring. I'm hoping that the zombies is decent. I know there'll be a camo grind to do, which will probably help me play it. There'll be Easter eggs to do, which I enjoy. I'm hoping that they don't fall into the trap that Modern Warfare Zombies fell into, where everything you want to do in that game, or that game mode, essentially you need a squad of players who all know what they're doing. It's very not friendly to solo players, where I'm hoping Black Ops 6 is. I've heard a lot of people that have played it saying that it's very similar to Cold War, which to me is a good thing. I loved Cold War Zombies. To me it was very impressive what they did with it, especially when you consider that Treyarch were given virtually no time to pick up after Sledgehammer's mess and said, look, you're doing Cold War Zombies now, salvage what you can, and they gave us fundamentally the best experience we've had in terms of mechanics. You might not agree, I don't think the story was the best, but again they had very little time to work on it, but mechanically Cold War Zombies was absolutely phenomenal. So if Black Ops 6 is anything like that, that's good. Maps wise, I've only seen a bit of the gameplay. Again, I'll reserve judgment until I've played it, because you can only tell so much from a trailer and from watching somebody else play it. It's different once you've actually played it yourself. Hopefully that's fun. I'm sure it will be. Well, I'm sure it will be. It'll be better than the multiplayer experience. But having said that, I have enjoyed this beta more than I enjoyed Modern Warfare 3. I think Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer was, for me, not enjoyable. It was the SBMM experience cranked up to full. Unfortunately, I think that's carried over into Black Ops 6, where this lobby, or this algorithm in this game mode, this game has, again, the same kind of matchmaking. But ultimately, to wrap up, mixed thoughts. I know I'm probably going to get the game for zombies, but I'll go for the multiplayer challenges first, if they're not stupid. And other than that, I think I do like Treyarch as a developer. Hopefully they can do well with it, but ultimately it's been okay, I suppose. So let me know what you think of the game, and let me know if you think you'll be getting it, because like I said, I probably will, but we'll soon see. So yeah, thanks for watching.